Welcome to episode 2 of 100 Days of Data. I'm Jonas, an AI professor, here to explore the foundations of data in AI with you.
And I, Amy, an AI consultant, excited to bring these concepts to life with stories and practical insights. Glad you're joining us.
Not all data is created equal.
That's right, Jonas. When we talk about data in AI or analytics, the type of data you have can make or break your project.
Exactly. To get started, let's break down the 3 main types of data you'll encounter: structured, unstructured, and semi-structured. Each has its own characteristics, challenges, and uses.
Sounds good. And I'll jump in with some real-world examples along the way so it's not just theory.
Perfect. Let's start with structured data. This is probably what most people think of first when hearing the word data. Structured data fits neatly into tables, rows and columns like an Excel spreadsheet or a traditional database.
Right, like customer info, names, emails, purchase amounts. It's highly organized and easy to search or analyze using standard tools.
That's a key point. Because it's so organized, structured data is instantly usable by most AI systems and requires less preparation. It's been around since the early days of computing, powering everything from banking transactions to inventory management.
I see that all the time in retail. Sales teams track product numbers, dates, store locations, all tidily tabulated. This structure makes forecasting demand or personalizing promotions fairly straightforward.
Now, on the other hand, unstructured data is the opposite. It doesn't fit into rows and columns. Think about emails, videos, images, audio files, or social media posts. The data is there, but it's messy and doesn't have a fixed format.
Which is exactly where many companies get stuck. For example, in healthcare, patient records include doctor's notes, x-rays, or MRI scans. These are gold mines of information, but not easily analyzed without extra processing.
Yes, interpreting unstructured data requires different tools like natural language processing for text or computer vision for images. The variety and volume are huge and growing exponentially.
To add to that, in finance, companies analyze trader chats or news articles to anticipate market moves. Talk about unstructured.
Then there's a middle ground called semi-structured data. This type has some organization but doesn't fit perfectly in relational tables.
Think of it like emails again. There's a sender, a receiver, subject fields that are structured, but the body text is free form.
Exactly. Formats like JSON, XML, or YAML are classic examples. They store data with tags or keys, but allow flexible fields.
I've seen this a lot in tech companies managing logs or IoT device outputs. Each message has a timestamp and device ID, but the rest can vary widely based on context.
Semi-structured data is very common in modern applications because it offers flexibility, but that same flexibility can complicate analyzing it at scale without custom tools.
That's an important trade-off. The data is easier to adapt, but harder to use out of the box. Teams need to build or buy the right pipelines to transform this data into insights.
You brought up a great point earlier about preparation. The term data wrangling often means transforming unstructured or semi-structured data into structured form for analysis.
Yeah, and in practice, that's a huge chunk of time in any AI or data project. For instance, in automotive, companies collect sensor data from cars. That data is semi-structured or unstructured and needs serious shaping before it informs AI models.
From a historical viewpoint, early AI systems mostly worked with structured data because that was all that was available or manageable.
But today, unstructured data makes up something like 80% of all digital data. So if businesses want to leverage AI fully, they can't ignore unstructured sources.
The rise of deep learning and natural language models is largely due to improvements in processing unstructured data.
What I find fascinating is how companies that crack the code on unstructured data, like those using voice assistants or image recognition for inventory counting, gain significant advantages.
Exactly. To bring this home, I'd like to use an analogy. Structured data is like a well-organized library where every book has a known place and category.
While unstructured data is more like a creative studio filled with all kinds of materials and artwork scattered around. It takes time and skill to sort through and make sense of it.
And semi-structured data? maybe something in between, like a filing cabinet with labeled folders, but the contents inside each folder can vary.
That's a great way to remember it. So for business pros tuning into AI conversations, understanding these distinctions helps set realistic expectations.
And it guides questions like, what kind of data do we have, and what tools and expertise do we need to unlock its value?
I've seen projects fail or drag because organizations underestimated their data type challenges.
Conversely, clear awareness accelerates progress. Knowing that your company mostly has unstructured customer feedback, for example, points you towards NLP-based AI rather than standard analytics dashboards.
To give you a quick example, I worked with a retail client who wanted to analyze customer reviews.
Those would be unstructured text.
Precisely. We use sentiment analysis and topic modeling, both AI techniques built for unstructured text, to find patterns in feedback.
This transformed how they approached product improvements and customer service.
Exactly, turning free-form opinions into quantifiable insights.
So, to wrap up, let's hit the key takeaways.
I'll go first. Understanding whether your data is structured, unstructured, or semi-structured helps you pick the right tools and strategies. Don't treat all data the same. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation.
Well said. I'd add that these categories aren't just academic. They influence everything from AI project feasibility to how you invest in data infrastructure and talent.
Looking ahead, in our next episode, we'll dive into where data actually comes from, the sources behind all these types, and why that matters.
If you're enjoying this, please like or rate us 5 stars in your podcast app. We'd love to hear your questions or comments too. Your feedback might shape upcoming episodes.
Thank you for joining us.
Until tomorrow, stay curious, stay data-driven.